Hello everybody, Cyan Link here. Going to be doing a couple videos today to make up for the long wait. And here's a video I tried to do once before and it didn't come out well, so I scrapped it. And that is how to get rust off a knife, at least my method. Here is my SOG Flash 2, which despite the tiger stripe coating has somehow managed to get absolutely encrusted with rust. So, tools. We have CLP. We have a couple little claws. I had some crappier ones, but they had us move rooms and I haven't been able to find those since. We have a brush from my weapons cleaning kit, and if for whatever reason this can't get the rust off, I will upgrade to this harder wire brush kind of thing. So let's get started. Now I don't want to use my fingers to apply the CLP because the oils and sweats on your fingers, even if you've just washed your hands, are one of the main things that can cause rust. So I'm going to take one of these pads and I'm going to decently wet it with CLP. And then also apply a couple drops directly to the blade. And I'm going to get a nice even coating. For those of you not familiar with CLP, it is a cleaner, lubricant, and protective. Wow, you can actually see the rust coming off on this already. There's a lot on here. The cleaner part right here that I'm using is basically going to get down into the little pockets of rust and help lift it. Please excuse the noise. The guys in the room next to me seem to be practicing guitar very loudly. Anyway, alright, so I've gotten a pretty good coating on there, and I'll go ahead and let that soak in for about a minute. Just enough time to talk. The other parts of CLP, of course, the lubricant, very good for any folding knife as it makes it a lot smoother, especially automatics. In fact, while I'm waiting, let me go ahead and grab another little number that I'm planning on doing a review on. I believe this one doesn't have CLP in it. Let me see. That one does. Let's try this one. Yeah, I can hear grinding going on there. Here's my SOG Tac Automatic in Tanto, and push the button. Pretty fast, but take that. Once again, take my CLP. Put just a little tiny bit in there. Give it a second to soak through. And now let's see. Sounds a bit better. And of course you want to activate the mechanism a few times to help coat the inside. That is definitely better. It feels better, feels faster, and makes a slightly better click. I'm going to add a few more drops. But any folding knife, you want to add a bit of CLP, especially automatics. Pretty good stuff. And the last one is preservative, which is another thing for rust. Excuse me. It adds a thin layer of Teflon onto the surface of the knife in order to prevent further corrosion, so stuff can't get in. So I've given this enough time. I will begin fast forwarding as I attempt to use my brush to scrub off the rust. It's working some, but not quite enough, so let me go ahead to this. This is just a simple wire brush. It's meant for cleaning the barrel, and what I want to do, I don't want to apply so much pressure I start bending this, just enough to hopefully get it off. And once again, I will fast forward. If this takes too long, I'll just, put an edit in, a jump cut. because I really don't know how to do anything more complicated than that yet. Okay, welcome back from the jump cut I had to do. Now, if you look close, you can see that there's some spots. However, it looks to me like I've gotten the rust off, and those are just indentations in the coating where the rust formed. I'll scrub it again some more after this just to make sure, but that did eventually work. The last thing I'm going to do, any rust that might loosely still be on there, I'm going to give it a nice wipe off with this. And I took some of the coating off with that, but you know, that happens. Alright, and last thing, rust prevention. You should know how to prevent rust so you don't have to go through all this trouble. Fortunately, I seem to have forgotten with this one. And that is, anytime you use it, especially if you know that it does have rust problems, is wet it with clean water and thoroughly dry it afterwards. That's going to ensure that it gets off any kind of contaminants that can cause rust on the blade. So that's pretty much it. I'm Cyan Link. This has been how to remove and prevent rust. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day.